Now as we turn to the spirit animal that has come forward for us collectively to work with throughout this year, we have this beautiful rhino spirit. Overcome any obstacle. And I think this is, again, a really beautiful way to look at moving through any challenges and obstacles that come upon our path. No stranger to things coming up in any of our lives that derail, detour, stop us in our tracks, etc. Collectively on the big stage and then individually in each of our lives in our microcosms. Rhino spirit talks about always having the choice to press ahead. So I feel that word of perseverance. Rhino spirit's strength offers you the power to break through stubborn obstacles. This is an animal spirit that knows that there is more than one way to open a path to what you seek. I love that. There are many paths. There is not just one way. And it's also possible for us to take many different paths, to explore, to meander, to stop, to divert, to find new ways, to blaze new pathways forward. It's an animal spirit that can guide us and remind us that we have truly a marvelous ability to overcome obstacles in multiple ways. That by going around them, shattering them with the force of clear, deliberate intentions, or even transforming them into clouds that drift away by refusing to allow them to limit you. Apply your rhino spirit with creativity, and no obstacle can stand. For you have the magic to make and many different ways in which to make it. Your power is awesome right now. So it's really about harnessing that power, owning that power, standing in that power. Rhino spirit also wants to remind you that when an obstacle appears to prevent you from getting what you desire today, it means that something much better is coming. How many times have we experienced something where we wanted a very particular thing, and we may have been really specific about how we expected that thing to show up, how it was going to unfold, only for everything to crumble in the 11th hour, for it all to fall through and feel like, why? Why is this happening to me, right? Why can't I have this thing that I want? And were we able to see sometime down the road, perhaps even, or in retrospect, hindsight being 2020, how perhaps what unfolded, the rerouting, the detour, ended up being precisely what was needed, or perhaps led to something even greater than we could have ever expected. Have you seen that play out in your life before? Because that's the energy of having that awareness, having that wisdom, that when the obstacles appear, we say, what is this showing up for me to know, to do, to be? There's something more here for me to see. And so it's actually a gift, even if it is something so frustrating, disappointing, or anything that leaves us feeling in some way shortchanged. How can that thing be showing up to be precisely what we needed to get us on a higher and better path? Something much better is coming. So keep that in mind when you consider the nature of any given obstacle, one that might be in front of you right now. Surely there will be other obstacles this year. They're going to show up. When they do, keep that in mind. This is about the universe bringing forward for us in any given moment just what is needed at soul level. And that's different from at our ego level, right? What we want, what we think is best for us. That perhaps there is a bigger, wider, deeper meaning behind a given obstacle. So rhino spirit can be engaged in that way as well. Now, if you find yourself really frustrated, sort of like ramming your head up against, energy of a given obstacle that comes in front of you, anytime that happens, we're presented with a choice. Yes, we can barrel our head into it, bang our head into it, or find the easiest way around it and not fight it, Are you feeling exhausted by your efforts to break through an obstacle? Is it possible that you're stubbornly insisting that there's only one way to remove it from the path? My way or the highway? It's got to be this way. I'm very fixed. Am I feeling that tight tension of that rubber band? Rhino Spirit is here to tell you sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes it's no, not yet. And sometimes it is no, not the way that you think it should be. Be open to new possibilities, and you will find other options begin to appear. Not every conflict is worth engaging in, and not every obstacle is worth resisting head on. Don't waste energy banging your head against the wall. That only leaves you with a lump on your head, right? So Rhino Spirit has a lot of beautiful messages that we can reflect upon as we move through this year, keeping in mind that that is a beautiful message of overcoming any obstacle.